Have you ever stopped to think that there's a habit women have that's so simple, yet so powerful, it leaves men completely fascinated, without most women even realizing it? The funny thing is, it has nothing to do with stunning looks, a perfect body, or trying too hard to impress. It's something far more subtle, human, and authentic, and maybe that's exactly why it's so irresistible. Today, I'm going to reveal why men get absolutely mesmerized when women do this. And trust me, you'll probably be surprised. Most people believe that men are only drawn to obvious things: looks, charm, charisma. But what truly holds a man's attention goes way beyond the surface. Picture this. You're having a simple conversation and suddenly realize you don't need to try so hard to be interesting. You're just being yourself, and yet, the connection flows effortlessly. That's magnetic. This habit works like a hidden secret, almost invisible, yet powerful enough to spark an attraction that defies logic. It's like hearing a tune you can't stop humming even when you don't know all the lyrics. Many men feel exactly the same when they encounter this behavior in a woman. They can't explain it, they just feel it. What's ironic is that many women think this habit pushes men away, when in reality, it does the exact opposite. It's like a secret key that opens a door inside a man's mind he didn't even know was there. And in that almost imperceptible detail, fascination is born. When we demystify this, we see it has nothing to do with flawless makeup, designer clothes, or rehearsed lines. It's something much closer to the heart, something human. And because it's so natural, most women completely overlook it. So if it's not beauty, not forced effort, what is it? The answer may surprise you. It's the courage to be vulnerable, to show what's inside, not just what's on the outside. That's the turning point men can't ignore. A lot of people confuse vulnerability with weakness, but they couldn't be more different. Being vulnerable doesn't mean submitting or giving up your strength. In fact, it's the opposite. Vulnerability is the courage to show who you really are without the mask, to make it clear that you don't need to be perfect to be amazing. It's like when someone looks you in the eye and says, "I don't have all the answers, but I'm real." That kind of honesty radiates confidence, because it takes bravery to admit your fears, your doubts, even your mistakes, without feeling like it makes you less. Think about a conversation between two people. One of them is always trying to look in control, polished, untouchable. The other one, instead, shares a personal story, maybe even a moment when she felt lost. Which of the two do you think creates a deeper connection? Obviously, the second one. Because when someone allows themselves to be vulnerable, they create space for the other person to open up too. Men, especially, are often taught from a young age to hide their emotions, to never cry, to always look tough. So when they meet a woman who dares to be authentic, the contrast is powerful. It's as if she gives him permission to finally drop the armor and be human too. And that is incredibly attractive. So vulnerability isn't weakness at all. It's authenticity. It's transparency. It's the ability to say, "This is who I am, with my strengths and my flaws." And because of that, vulnerability becomes one of the greatest feminine strengths. That's exactly why men get so captivated when they see it. Men don't connect deeply just with what they see, but with what they feel. And when they sense authenticity, something inside them wakes up. It's like an invisible wall suddenly comes down, and for the first time, he feels safe to step closer. Vulnerability sparks reciprocity. When one person shows their true self, the other feels more comfortable doing the same. It's like an emotional mirror. Your openness encourages his openness. And in that exchange, a bond is created that goes way beyond physical attraction. He doesn't just like you, he trusts you. Psychology studies show that shared moments of vulnerability are often the strongest glue in relationships. It's not the picture-perfect posts on social media that truly connect couples. It's those late-night talks at 2 in the morning, when someone decides to share their soul instead of keeping it locked away. This habit also triggers a man's natural instinct to care and to commit. not in a way that makes the woman seem weak, but in a way that makes him feel inspired to rise to her level. He feels he has a purpose, a reason to show up fully, because she awakens something in him that surface-level connections never do. And the more he experiences this authenticity, the more captivated he becomes. Because deep down, men know what's rare is valuable. Surface-level attraction is everywhere, but meeting a woman who dares to be real, vulnerable, and true, that's priceless. Out of fear of looking weak, many women end up building an invisible armor called pride. It's that attitude of never backing down, always needing the last word, pretending not to care, even when, deep down, they really do. The problem is that pride doesn't actually protect, it creates distance. It's like building walls so high that no one can climb them. At first, it might feel like safety, but over time, it suffocates the relationship and leaves both people disconnected. There are at least 3 clear risks to hiding behind pride. First, superficiality. Conversations stay shallow, because there's no room for genuine feelings. Second, emotional loneliness. The other person can't access your heart, so they pull away. Third, repeated cycles. If pride becomes a habit, you never get to experience true connection, and relationships keep ending the same way. Picture a simple scenario. Someone asks you, "Are you okay?" Inside, you're upset. But instead of being honest, you answer, "I'm fine." That wall you just built may seem protective, but in reality, it blocks intimacy and leaves the other person feeling shut out. And here's the key. While pride builds walls, vulnerability builds bridges. And bridges are what truly fascinate men, because they open the path to connection. To see how this plays out in real life, let's look at a practical example. Let's imagine 2 different scenarios in a simple text conversation. In the first one, a man notices something's off and asks, "You seem different today, did something happen?" The woman replies with a short, cold answer, "Nothing." He can sense something isn't right, but there's no space for him to step in. The result? He pulls back. Now picture the second scenario. Same question, but this time she responds, "Honestly, I'm a little upset, but I don't really know how to explain it." That answer is vulnerable. It's not dramatic, not exaggerated, just honest. And suddenly, he feels the urge to understand, to lean in, to be present. That small difference changes everything. While the first response builds a wall, the second opens a door. The conversation, which could have died right there, comes to life. He doesn't just acknowledge her feelings. He engages, he cares, he connects. Now imagine this pattern playing out over time in a relationship. Which type of woman do you think a man feels more drawn to? The one who closes herself off, or the one who allows him into her inner world? The answer is obvious. This simple example shows how pride and vulnerability can lead to completely opposite outcomes. And when vulnerability wins, fascination naturally follows. Because in reality, being vulnerable doesn't lower your value, it highlights it. Vulnerability doesn't take away your value, it amplifies it. It proves that you don't need perfection to be captivating. It's the courage to express your feelings without the fear of judgment. It's the ability to recognize that being human is far more attractive than trying to live up to some flawless image. This kind of openness builds trust because it radiates truth. A vulnerable person isn't playing games, isn't manipulating, isn't trying to win. Instead, she creates an atmosphere of emotional safety. And safety is the foundation of every lasting relationship. Vulnerability also unlocks the door to deeper, more intense relationships. And by intensity, I don't mean drama or chaos. I mean emotional richness. That sense of being alive, of knowing that what you're experiencing is real and meaningful. When vulnerability becomes a natural part of the way you relate, it doesn't just attract, it transforms. It transforms the way you see yourself, the way others see you, and the way relationships are built around you. At the end of the day, what fascinates men isn't just vulnerability itself, but the reflection it creates, the chance to experience something rare, authentic, and profoundly human. The real question is, are you ready to embrace this power in your own life? So, now that you know the simple yet irresistible habit that captivates men, let me ask you, have you ever allowed yourself to be truly vulnerable in a relationship? Or do you feel that pride still builds invisible walls between you and the person you care about? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your story, and it might inspire someone else too. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Because at the end of the day, we're all searching for the same thing: real, genuine connections. And vulnerability will always be the first step.